अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाज़रीन, इस वक्त हम आपको सिंध असम्बली के इजलास में लिए चलेंगे जहां वफाकी वज़ीर दाखिला रहमान मलिक बेनज़ीर भुट्टो कत्ल केस की तहकीकाती रिपोर्ट के सिलसिले में ब्रीफ कर रहे हैं।
Historic briefing. I would like to mention few things on the background what had been happening in the past before the arrival of Mohtarama Benazir Bhutto Shaheed. All my workers from Pakistan People's Party and the people of Pakistan know it very well how Mohtarama Benazir Bhutto Shaheed was victimized. Not only she, her spouse, President Zardari, the children. And you know all very well that how many fake cases were made, and she was compelled to leave the country. Everybody knows who started the victimization and how it was started. And it is also a well-known fact now, by way of history, by way of judicial record, by way of trials, all is on record. Only on one point, I'll mention one case in which a fake case was registered and the tribal court was put in Pindi. Then chairman of the Staff Bureau, Rehman, and the then Prime Minister of the country, called the judge to give the maximum dose. Not only the trial judge but the justice of then High Court was told that this has to be done. The trial judge says, "I'm sorry, sir, I cannot give that maximum dose," but he's ordered. And I say, God always keeps justice. God always brings the truth. And one God-fearing person was tapping that conversation. And that conversation was made public by me under the direction of Mohtarama Benazir Bhutto.
This time check is brought to you by
10 इन्फेक्शन वाली जरासीम, एक हिफाजत, एडवांस लाइफ बॉय।
And you witnessed yourself with small babies. She was shuttling from one to the other, second to the third to the fourth. So this is how she went abroad. Under victimization, under that torture, she went to abroad, and she did not leave the struggle to get the democracy back. Abroad, and she did not leave the struggle to get the democracy back. And here comes General Musharraf, and that victimization never stopped. Again, fake cases were instituted, the documents were fabricated, the photocopies were created, and then they were declared by way of jugglery and by way of faking as original. That is also on record. What I mean to say, that all those who gave torture to Mohtarama Benazir Bhutto and the family, irrespective it was from Noon League or General Musharraf himself, she decided for reconciliation. I remember she decided that in London. I was directed to see some of the Noon League members, and which culminated into Charter of Democracy, which has been published a lot. Lot of propaganda was done. Thank to Almighty Allah that whatever commitment my leader gave to the world, to Pakistani nation, and to the opponents, almost that stands completed yesterday when 20th Amendment was passed. And today we can say that Pakistan People's Party and the leadership of Pakistan People's Party under Mohtarama Benazir Bhutto Shaheed, whatever she committed, that is actually clear, passed and committed and implemented by her husband, President Zardari, who had given up all powers, and last power which was given yesterday through Senate, it is also well known. So whatever she decided, it was our duty, and President Zardari did that. Now coming on to the situation, General Musharraf having done that aggression, opponent having done that aggression, she decided to have a reconciliation, and that's where she decided to have a negotiation with the dictator. She had the negotiation with Noon League, and she said, I want to have peace in Karachi, peace in Sindh, and I want to have my dialogue with NPM. That's where she nominated me to talk, and I first met Mr. Anwar and from there we started, and then I met Altaf and rest of the things, you know, how we are sitting together and we are part of coalition. This was also the vision of Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto. At that time, she was actually foreseeing that there might be trouble in Pakistan, because she had mentioned a very important word which is a part of the history, that do not nurse these terrorists. This will become a giant and it will come to bite you back. And the world has seen, her words have proven actually right. Today we are suffering. Had we not given that kind of opportunity to them, perhaps this war would have not been there. Now, having this kind of all that cruelty, all that aggression, all that adverse treatment to her, she still decided to talk to the dictator. And when she started that discussions, that dialogue, she met twice then President Musharraf in one of the Middle Eastern countries, and I remember the conversation which took place. She categorically told to General Musharraf when he told her that do not come to Pakistan, election se pehle mulk mein wapas nahi aana aapne. And she said, General, the decision of coming to Pakistan is mine, not yours. And then she had a conversation in US in presence of Mark Siegel, where General Musharraf threatened that if you come to Pakistan, I repeat the word, it's a part of the Chlan, in form of confession statements also, that if you come to Pakistan before election, you will be responsible for consequences. If you come to Pakistan before election, I will not be responsible for your security. So that threat worked, and the world witnessed she did not get that security which she was promised. So what I mean to say, for the sake of democracy, for the sake of the people of Pakistan, she decided to undertake her journey back to Pakistan. Despite she was refused security in categorical terms. And what happened on the 18th October, it is known to everyone. The investigation started. I'll just give you only a preview, because the detailed investigation, because the nation is always asked a question, who are the conspirators? Who are the planners? Who are the handlers? Who are the executors? Who are the implementers? I'm so sorry that I feel really touched, grieved, that I'll have to go through all these facts. How our great leader, great visionary leader suffered, and how she gave her life for the country. Obviously, when the investigation started, and you always have circumstantial evidence, and when you collect circumstances-based evidence, it takes time. It remained almost a dormant for 2 years. But when you see I always say to my colleagues that this investigation has been done by Mohtarma herself, because we had lost hope that we have arrested those people who were implemented. But how to reach actual conspirators, all that journey, all those parameters, all those roadmaps, and all that, how they planned to act on this plan where they assassinated मेरी शहीद को, मोहतरमा को शहीद किया. एक टेलीफोन कॉल को मोहतरमा को शहीद किया. एक टेलीफोन कॉल जो हमारे नोटिस में थी, वो एक एक्यूज्ड जो हमें वांटेड था, नजर नहीं आ रहा था, उसने 1.5 साल के बाद वो सिम एक मोबाइल में डाली, एंड दैट्स वेयर इट स्टार्टेड अनफोल्डिंग. और उसने हमें ये ऑनवर्ड जर्नी जो इनवर्ड था वो भी बताया, आउटवर्ड जर्नी के जो बंदे कहां से आए, वो किस मदरसे में जाके ठहरे, मेरन शाह में। उनको सुसाइड बम्बर किन्होंने दिए, वो सुसाइड बम्बर चल के कैसे आए, किस मदरसे में किस कमरे में वो रहे, और उनको कौन लेके गया, और फिर उन्होंने अपनी वारदात कैसे की। और इसको कपल करने के लिए व्हाट आई इंश्योर्ड दैट वी शुड हैव प्रॉपर प्रूफ्स, proper evidence which can stand the test of the court, which can test any question by the opponents, which can test the question of any international law. So all that has been done, and what I propose, Mr. Speaker, that let the Chief Investigating Officer give the briefing, then we will be here to answer your any question. So that whatever जो आपकी एक तसल्ली करें आप उन सारी इन्वेस्टिगेशन से, ये कैसे हुआ और ये कैसे हुआ। बट व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू है कि इंप्लीमेंटर से लेकर कॉन्स्पिरेटर से लेकर हर एक बंदा आइडेंटिफाई भी हुआ, बहुत से अरेस्ट भी हुए, और इस वक्त केस जो है ट्रायल में है। 13 प्रोसिक्यूटिंग विटनेसेस जो हैं गुजर चुकी हैं, और वी एक्सपेक्ट कि ये इंशाल्लाह बहुत जल्द अपनी जो कंक्लूजन स्टेज पर पहुंचेगा। तो इफ यू परमिट मी, आई रिक्वेस्ट मिस्टर खालिद कुरैशी टू गेट यू थ्रू द होल इन्वेस्टिगेशन, एंड देयर आफ्टर आई विल आस्क IG Islamabad, he has also done some work, and then Mr. Azad, we are all sitting here and we will not leave this house unless you get satisfied. And I can assure you that my leadership, everybody was worried, and we were working day and night, and its tentacle went to US, its tentacle went all over the country, इसलिए देर लग गई। और देर की मैंने वजह बताई है कि जब आपके पास एविडेंस, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक बेस्ड इंटेलिजेंस है, आपके पास कन्फेशन स्टेटमेंट्स हैं, और जिस मदरसे का प्लेटफॉर्म इस्तेमाल हुआ, अगर मैं उस वक्त कह देता कि फलां मदरसे से फलां कमरे में ये बात होती रहती है, तो वो भी झूठ कहते लोग, कहते कि ये एक बनी बनाई चीज है। तो आई इंश्योर्ड कि उस मदरसे का जो रजिस्टर है जिसमें वो पड़े हुए हैं, उस मदरसे का वो कमरा जो यूज हुआ है वो, और वो लोग जो उसके साथ मुंसलिक रहे, ट्रांसपोर्ट कौन सी इस्तेमाल करते रहे, उस हद तक हमने एक एक चीज जो है वो आपके सामने पेश कर रहे हैं। देन ऑफ कोर्स जो भी आपके क्वेश्चन होंगे, आप खालिद कुरैशी, हु इज द रैंक ऑफ IG, he is here, other inspector police is also here, I am here, and I have personally looked into every part, because इसमें दो चार चीजें ऐसी हैं, जैसे कि मोहतरमा बेनजीर भुट्टो शहीद साहबा को जब वो तशरीफ ला रही थी, तो जिस मुल्क में बैठी हुई थी उन्होंने मना किया कि आप नहीं जाएं, and she said she has decided she will go। यहां तक मुझे पता है कि मैं, प्रेसिडेंट जरदारी साहब और मोहतरमा इकट्ठे गाड़ी में आए, और उन्होंने कहा कि एक दफा आप पे हमला हो चुका है और अभी भी मना किया जा रहा है, तो आप ना जाएं, मैं जाता हूं। तो उन्होंने कहा नहीं, मैंने अपनी आवाम से वादा किया और उसने इमरजेंसी लगाई है, ओनली आई कैन फेस, आई कैन ओनली फेस। तो इसलिए मैं ये समझता हूं कि वो जितनी चीजें जो आपको पता होना चाहिए वो आपको जरूर आपके नोटिस में आनी चाहिए। इसके अलावा कुछ ऐसी इंटेलिजेंस थी जो उस वक्त हमें समझ में नहीं आ रही थी, लेकिन अब जब इसमें पूरी तफसील देखेंगे तो आपको वो सारी चीजें वाज़ेह होंगी। और पेशतर मैं उनसे कहूं कि बोलें, मेरी रिक्वेस्ट होगी मौलवी साहब से कि मोहतरमा बेनजीर भुट्टो शहीद की के लिए फातिहा उनके रूह के लिए।
मौलवी साहब नहीं कर लेंगे, जब पहले दुआ मांग लें, कुल पढ़ लें, तो उसके बाद
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन, अर्रहमानिर रहीम, मालिकि यौमिद्दीन, इय्याका नअबुदु व इय्याका नस्तईन, इहदिनस सिरातल मुस्तक़ीम, सिरातल लज़ीना अनअमता अलैहिम, गैरिल मग़दूबि अलैहिम वलद्दाल्लीन। अल्लाहु समद, लम यलिद व लम यूलद व लम यकुल लहू कुफुवन अहद। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, कुल हुवल्लाहु अहद, अल्लाहु समद, लम यलिद व लम यूलद व लम यकुल लहू कुफुवन अहद। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, कुल हुवल्लाहु अहद, अल्लाहु समद लम यलिद व लम यूलद व लम यकुल लहू कुफुवन अहद। अल-फातिहा। बिस्मिल्लाह। अल्लाहुम्मा रब्बना तक़ब्बल मिन्ना इन्नका अंतस समीउल अलीम। मौला करीम मरहुमा शहीद दर्जात बुलंद फरमा, शहीद रानी की मज़ार बजरंग नबी फरमा मौला करीम, जन्नतुल फिरदौस में आला मकाम नसीब फरमा मौला करीम। हाज़िरीन ऐवान के दुआओं को मकबूल मंजूर फरमा करके मोहतरमा शहीद देने के खुद कब्र के जन्नत के बागन के बाग बना मौला करीम। अल्लाहुम्मा रब्बना तक़ब्बल मिन्ना इन्नका अंतस समीउल अलीम व तुब अलैना इन्नका अंतत तव्वाबुर रहीम। व सल्लल्लाहु तआला अला हबीबि सय्यिदिना मौलाना मुहम्मद व अला आलिहि अजमईन बिरहमतिका या अरहम।